Yo, what is up, guys?
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
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 I'm doing pretty good.
So what we talk about today?
Microsoft.
Yay!
We're carrying on our E3 speculation series. We're going to talk about Microsoft. So, what do you think about Microsoft? What do you think they might announce?
Microsoft, go home.
No.
No. You know what? We sometimes give Microsoft some tough love, but
I thought that was Nintendo.
well, we give them the toughest of love.
You know who we don't really give tough love to?
Sony.
Sony.
Yeah, I know.
Because they don't give us any reason to.
Not yet. But you never know, right?
Yeah. So what do we expect out of Nintendo? What do we expect out of Microsoft?
Microsoft, I would assume, like you said a long time ago, they removed their support for the Kinect.
Yeah, but
They're moving forward with VR now. That's kind of their.
no, they're not.
They're not.
AR, augmented reality, HoloLens.
That's what I meant. Yes.
And speaking of which, I also have insiders
Ooh,
information
do
on
tell,
HoloLens.
Do tell.
Right now, the HoloLens is a piece of living crap. To be very honest, I wasn't expecting that.
No, I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty good news.
You know how they made it look like it's this big thing? Well, the augmented reality is actually within a very small square of the entire goggles. So, like, what you're actually getting is a very, very small.
Is it just magnified within the actual lens?
No, it's a very small square, so you can see reality on the outside and it's completely unaffected, and it basically your augmented reality is clipping in and out of that little square, right? So it's impossible for you to be fully immersed as of now. The thing is, I think worth something around $3,000 right now if you want to get one, and I don't think it is worth it.
No.
But I think we can expect to see another tech demo of some sort with the HoloLens.
I think it's going to be the integration with all their other Microsoft products. Like, they're going to be kind of like, okay, well, this is our...
Well, they're working on the unification of systems right now, right? So
they're Skynetting everything.
They're Skynetting everything, yeah. So you get something on PC and Xbox cross-buy, basically, right? So great for people who own PCs and Xboxes. Great for people who want to maybe play on PC, then realize their PC is not good enough, and then be able to download it on Xbox and play there instead. Pretty cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, hey, Alex.
But I don't have an Xbox, so I have to suck up my decisions.
Yeah. So there's the whole unification of platforms that's going on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might just go in a little bit more on that, what it means for the future. They might announce a series of games that are going to be available cross-platform with the UWP thing.
Right.
So, I mean, they've been working hard the last year to get something to announce.
They need some really good exclusives. Like consoles are almost, they survive on their exclusives, right? It's what decides a buyer to go from one console to the other.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So if they're either first party or third party games exclusives are not up to snuff, then the competition is going to take up their customer base, which is exactly what happened in the early years of the new generation consoles.
Yeah.
Sony came in, they had amazing exclusives, amazing content, and a price drop that was lower than the...
Yeah, their price point was ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. So they immediately snatched a lot of my competition from Microsoft.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So
I know a lot of people that went from Xbox to PS4.
And they thought they never would, right?
Yeah, they were like, no, it's Xbox for life. Okay, sure.
Okay, so what could they do? Like, what do you think Microsoft could do to snatch competition from Sony? What could they bring to the table?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, they're basically a glorified media box at this point, which sounds terrible. And to those of you who like Microsoft, don't take that necessarily as an insult of some kind. It's just
their focus hasn't been gaming.
So it hasn't been gaming.
That's right.
They've deviated so far from the path that, like, they've been doing fantastic work on other fronts, like the Surface Book, the series of Surface computers. They're trying to proprietize their brand, make it more like Apple. So in the same way that Apple has in the same way that Apple
Yeah, all their
has
products are linked to one another.
to physical Apple products,
That's
not
right.
like Acer or like Alienware or like all these other companies that use the OS. Microsoft is trying to really make it so that you're getting a Microsoft experience on all of their products, which is, yeah, what were you saying?
I think the point that you're making is a very valid point, because I'm thinking this is their, unfortunate to say, their downtime prior to really coming out with gaming content. They have to set up the infrastructure first.
They do. They need to work on that
before they can really, bring what they want to bring. You know that their plan to integrate everything in the end is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, of course. It will end up fantastic.
It'll be super user friendly. Everybody's going to want to do it. Sony might even follow suit afterwards.
Already, the people who refuse to update to Windows 10, I don't understand personally. I mean, sure, it's not completely like this first service pack is not out yet, but Microsoft has already said they're not going to be working with the same framework as they did in old versions of Windows. So in reality, there's going to be no service packs. There's going to be patches and updates and stuff like that, and Windows 10 will likely be the last version of Windows ever.
Really?
Yeah, Windows 10 will be Windows. It will just simply be Windows. In the sense where they've created a framework that allows them to build and rebuild parts of it completely without having to completely change the product. So
Makes sense.
in that sense, for the end user, it makes a lot more sense.
Well, look what they do with games, right?
Well, they're starting to understand based on what they're seeing on mobile phones.
Just update your information. Why have to create a whole new structure every single time? Have a new box made for your product when you can just
Technology has gotten to a point where it's easier to
update than to
update parts of stuff.
Right.
Anyway, so back to Microsoft on E3 though. I mean, I'm scratching my head trying to figure out what else they're really going to announce and talk about other than
technology.
their physical stuff.
Well, they said we mentioned something. They were talking about a new Xbox coming out.
Yeah, a series of new Xboxes, but again, that's hardware. It's more hardware.
Right.
But you're right. They did mention Xbox One Elite or Xbox One Thin or Xbox One Wide. I don't get what the whole idea
I'm
is.
talking about the other their next generation Xbox.
Yeah.
We mentioned that.
Oh, you're talking about that they're already in the development cycle for the next Xbox.
That's right.
Right. I'm sure Sony is as well. The 4.5 is just a stepping stone for them.
That's right. It's not an official next generation.
But they are supposedly going to be announcing, Microsoft I'm talking, they're supposedly going to be announcing consoles that are like the slim version of the Xbox One and stuff like that. So we're gonna likely see new consoles from both big companies. I leave out Nintendo because we don't know what they're gonna do. So consoles, like the slimmed down versions of the consoles, the 0.5 versions, right? HoloLens is going to guarantee be a thing about PSVR from PlayStation, HoloLens from Microsoft.
Right.
It's all hardware, which is not a bad thing, but rehashing on hardware that we've already been seeing for 2 years is a little less exciting at this point.
That's it. But for games, I guess they'll talk probably about Gears of War, the new one that's going to be coming out, because we got the trailer a few months ago, or a month ago.
Yeah, well, Gears of War, will likely be covered. We're gonna see Watch Dogs 2, we're gonna see Deus Ex, we're gonna see Forza, we're gonna see a whole bunch of stuff that's been coming out the last week or two.
Right.
So we should expect to see that stuff. I think, yeah, definitely.
Well, they bring it, but they don't always bring it in the sense of like, oh, well, here's all our amazing content. They usually just kind of announce things that we kind of knew that were coming.
Yeah.
So they really need to bring a shocker, like a showstopper, either at the end or in the middle, and then they kind of like ride that vibe until the end.
Yeah, like Sony did with FF7 last year. FF7 remake.
They floored everybody.
Dude, they won E3 with that one presentation. It was Last Guardian, and everybody was reeling from Last Guardian.
No, we can't take no more.
And then oh my god, Sony, Last Guardian, are you serious? Finally? And then it was FF7 remake, and everyone's like, oh, my heart's gonna explode.
Everybody.
And then what was it? Then it was Shenmue 3, and everybody's like, oh my god, stop!
See, we're still talking about Sony though.
We're still talking about Sony last year's Sony E3 press conference.
We can't.
It's glued in our minds as possibly one of the best E3 presentations I think I've ever seen.
I would say.
It's definitely up there.
So, unless you're gonna go to Microsoft Dance Dance Revolution again on stage, you guys gotta bring something interesting.
Basically, our message, it's not like they're gonna listen to this anyway. They already have the presentation ready, but go big or go home. This is your presentation to lose. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, you should go check out some more right over here. If you like the cap I'm wearing, or you want to see what other TMS swag you can pick up, you should check out Manson's clothing down below. And last but not least, if you like free games, because everybody does, you should check out Gamers Giveaway down below, and they give a free game away every single week, so check that out. Thanks for watching again. Have a great one, guys.